We have a special programme for you today. East London United recently signed Lee Murphy from Essex Athletic, and he is already starting to make a name for himself with some special performances for the reserve team. Signed for just £100,000 and only 18 years old, he is poised to make his first team debut for a club that are in desperate need of goals. Lee, how are you feeling ahead of what could be your Premier League debut?
I'm feeling good. The club are in desperate need of goals, and hopefully I'm the man that can deliver that. I'm confident in my ability to score goals and have a proven track record with my former clubs and now the reserves at East London United. Given a chance, I know I can do it in the Premier League as well.
Last season, the three strikers currently at the club only managed 24 goals between them in the Premier League. The club only just managed to beat the drop, but only by a single point. This season hasn't started any better than last season ended. Can you see their fortunes turning around, because most people are predicting relegation?
If we don't start getting the points to climb the table, then the drop's going to be inevitable. The problem the club has at the moment is the high calibre of players we currently have. They're not performing to the best of their abilities, but you can't leave them out of the squad because they're earning too much money not to play. I'm here to change that. I'm the least valued player at the club in terms of transfer fees, but I will work my socks off to make sure I'm their most valued asset. I love this club and I'll do everything I can to make them a success.
Big words there about some of your teammates. Will comments like that end your chances before they have even begun? As you said, there are some big names at the club. If they throw their weight around, it could derail your debut.
If the lads want to throw a hissy fit over my comments, then that's something that they're going to have to come and talk to me about. I'm a person that will say what's on my mind. I don't care who I piss off. If they've got a problem, just come to me. When it comes to not being selected for the first team because of my comments, I'm not worried. Bottom line is the manager needs to look at his squad and pick who he thinks is going to make the biggest impact. Yeah, I've got an attitude and I don't know when to keep my mouth shut, but I will prove that I am the best man for the job. If the manager chooses to pick players who are not performing over players who are, then he has to reevaluate his job as a manager.
The trophies that you have won in the past have all come with non-league clubs. The level of competition in the Premier League is a lot higher. Don't you think winning trophies with this club is a bit of a stretch?
Any club is capable of winning anything they set their minds to. The Premier League's been won by so many underdogs in the past who didn't have the best team. They had the willpower and enthusiasm to do it, along with the right management and tactics. Anything is possible as long as everybody comes together and they're on the same page. I truly believe that East London United are capable of becoming a top team.
The manager has spoken about your attitude in recent interviews and he doesn't seem to have an issue with it. Have you had many run-ins with him since your arrival at the club?
What I like about the gaffer is that he don't take no crap from none of his players. If they're doing something wrong or they're not performing, he has no problems telling them. I'm exactly the same way. If I'm on the field and a player 10 years my senior is not performing, I will make it known. We are a team who is supposed to be encouraging each other to do better. I'm not here to be a bench warmer. I've won silverware at every club I've played for, and East London United is no exception to that. I want to win trophies and I believe we can do it.
Those are big words for a club that have failed to win a game in over 3 months. Surely you don't believe that your arrival to the first team can change that?
It's not going to happen overnight. We've got to get the first win under our belts first before we can start kicking on. The mood around the club will change then when the win comes, and when it does, things will get better. I'm sure of it.
Best of luck in the match tomorrow, and I am sure that everyone is eager to see you play.
Thanks, Russell.
Lee, today you made your debut for the club and managed to assist in the equalising goal that earned East London United just their second point of the season. How are you feeling?
To be honest, Russ, I'm not feeling too good. I told the manager at half-time to give me a chance to turn the game around and he brought me on with 5 minutes to go.
Still, you managed to have an impact in the game that got your team the point.
True, but we could have got 3 points if I would have come on sooner. The lads ain't going to like this, but most of them played crap today. I can't really fault our defence because they put the work in, but our attack is an embarrassment.
What do you think is the problem with the attack?
Our striker has 2 left feet. He spent 85 minutes running around in circles trying to figure out what he should be doing. I know he done well in the German league, so I'm guessing their footballing abilities are not that high.
He is a well-respected striker who has been the club's leading scorer since his arrival. Your words seem a bit harsh for someone who is going through a drought.
Footballers don't have droughts, it's just laziness. Bottom line is we get paid a lot of money to do what we do and the fans pay a lot of money to watch us do it, so we should be out there week in, week out, doing our absolute best to give them their money's worth. Away from sports, there's no other profession where you can have droughts. A hospital director's not going to ask his surgeon why he's lost so many people in theatre this week and he responds with, he's going through a drought. It just doesn't happen.
I understand your point,
You don't have to hold in that laugh, you know. Your face looks like it's going to burst.
I'm fine. Do you think this point will raise the team spirit going into next week's derby match?
I hope so. So many times we've been a one step forward, three steps back kind of team, and that needs to stop. We need to push on now and start climbing the table. The derby match next week is usually an intense affair, but hopefully we can come out of it on top.
Let's talk about your goal today. You tended to drift out onto the wing a lot, which helped with the team's creativity. Was you going for goal, or was it a cross for Jones?
I thought about going for a shot at first, but the angle was tight, and I see Jonesy making a run into the box. I thought it'd make more sense to square it off to him. If I would have had a better angle, I probably would have taken a shot, to be honest.
When Jones got the goal, he went over to celebrate with your other teammates but didn't approach you. Was there a reason for this?
Who knows? When I first went onto the pitch, I told him to pull his finger out, so maybe he didn't appreciate that too much.
Did it bother you that he didn't want to celebrate with you?
Not really. The most important thing is that the goal went in. I don't care how he celebrates. It's not his acceptance that I need.
Lee, congratulations on your debut, and we look forward to seeing what you can do next week if you get the chance.
Cheers, Russ.
It's Russell. Well, Lee, an exciting day for you. Today you not only made your full debut for the club, but you also scored your first hat-trick and earned your club 3 valuable points. How are you feeling?
Feel alright? I just went out there and done my job.
I was expecting a bit more excitement from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm not one to get overly excited by what I do on the pitch. When you're confident in your abilities and know inside what you're capable of doing, then scoring a hat-trick just seems like another day at the office.
Your celebration for your first goal contradicts what you just said.
Yeah, I might have gone a little bit overboard with the celebration, but that's just the adrenaline kicking in. Seeing 4,000 travelling fans screaming their heads off while the other 30,000 in the ground are moping gives me a buzz.
On the subject of celebrations, let's talk about the celebration for your hat-trick. The club captain came over to celebrate with you, and it seemed like you stopped celebrating when you noticed he was there.
Yeah, because he's a twat. I scored my first goal within the first 5 minutes of the game, and then we went on the back foot for the next hour or so. I kept coming back to try and help out the midfield, and he just kept telling me, stay up front, who are we going to pass to if you're not up there? For most of the match. I shut him up with my second goal though.
It was a great goal. Run us through what happened with the second goal.
I just got fed up. I intercepted a pass in the midfield and then made a run into the opposition's box, and then just slotted a shot in the bottom left-hand corner. It was the only way I was going to get into the match, to be fair.
It was a special goal. The game turned on its head after that went in, and the team started to win possession a lot more. How did you feel with the performance after the second goal went in?
We had a lot more possession because they started to panic. All of a sudden they found themselves 2-0 down against a team that are rock bottom of the table and they're in a top 4 position, so it's embarrassment for them.
Not only did you get a hat-trick, you were also awarded man of the match. You must be elated after such a positive start to your career at the club.
I don't deserve to be man of the match. I probably had the fewest touches today from everybody on the pitch. If you're going to give the man of the match award to someone, it has to go to Davis. If he never done what he done between the sticks today, then we would have lost this by a cricket score.
I'm sure he will appreciate you saying that.
Probably, but I'm just giving my honest opinion and nothing else.
Did you think the team played well?
We wasn't at our best. You know, with the team we have, we should be competing at the top end of the table with these teams, but it just ain't happening. We went ahead in the opening minute of the match and then ended up on the back foot for the rest of the first half. We should be taking games to teams and not defending slender leads like we did today. Luckily, we managed to get another couple of goals to add comfort, but that won't always be the case, and other teams won't always be firing blanks at us.
Still, it is 3 points in the bag. The team really needed them. Hopefully this can now kick-start your season and East London United can rise up to the table.
Let's hope so.
Thank you for chatting with me, Lee.
No problem.